Now this is algebra 2 exercise 7. Okay, now make the x the subject of the formula. Now you have to make x as the subject of the formula. As I told you before, like to remove square root you have to put square here. Okay, so same for this. To remove square root you have to put square to this number. If you are putting square to this number, you have to put, if you are putting square to this number, you have to put square to other number. Okay, so now the square root is cancelled with square, so what is left? X. So x is equal to 2 square. Okay, and now come to question number 2. As I told you before, to remove this square root we have to put square is 2, put it up. If you are putting 2 up means square up, you have to put square to this number also. Okay, so now square and square root get cancelled. Now what is left? X plus 1. Okay, whatever is there inside will be left. So now 5 square. So you have to make x separate. Now you cannot write answer x plus 1. Okay, to take this 2 plus 1 to other side, it will be minus 1. Now x is separated is your answer. Now come to this one. See this one. Question number 7. This is ax plus b square root plus d square root. Okay, now to remove square root I told you have to put square. So if you are putting square to this number, you have to put square to that number also. The square and square root will be cancelled here also, here also. Now what is left? Ax plus b is equal to d. Now you have to make x as a subject. Okay, so this is plus b. If you take this to other side, it will be minus b. What it will be? It will be minus b. So now a multiplied by x is left. Now you have to make x subject. So whatever is there with x, you have to take it to other side. Now it is multiplied. If you go to that side, it will be divided. Okay, now come to 27 question. Okay, mnx square root is equal to n square root. Okay, now sorry, this question is mnx square root plus n square root. So to remove square root I have to, okay, here the question I told you, the question was like this: mx square is equal to n. Okay, to remove square we have to put square root. So I put square root. If I am putting square root to this number, I have to put square root to this number. So I put square root to both number. The square root and square will get cancelled. Now what is left? Ms equal to square root n. Okay, now here it is m multiplied by s equal to square root n. So now we have to make x as a subject. So m it is multiplied with x, it is multiplied with m. So we will take m to other side. When you will take m to other side, it will be divided. Now x is equal to square root n divided by m. Okay, now come to question number 18. See why I am doing this question. See, the question is square root x minus d and a square. Now you have to put square here to remove square root. So what you will do for this number? Here already square is there, so you don't have to put square to this number because it is already there. Okay, now cancel. It's x minus d is equal to a square. So you have to now make a separate. So this is what is there with a, x is minus d. So if you take minus d to other side, it will be plus d. Okay, x is equal to a square minus plus d. Here why we are not putting square root? Because it's square, because it's already there. Okay, again I am saying why we are not putting square, because square is already there. 20. Okay, x square plus 1 equal to 17. Okay, now we have to make x separate. Now it is plus 1. If you take to other side, it will be minus 1. So now what is left? X square minus equal to 17 minus 1. Okay, now you know how to remove square. You have to put square root, right? If you are putting square root to this number, you have to put square root to that number. Okay, I did. Now x is equal to, so now here I put square root, that's why square is cancelled. The square root cancel square. Okay, so x is equal to square root 17 minus 1. Okay, 17 minus 1 is 16. Okay, now if you solve this in calculator, you will get 4. Okay, square root 16 is 4, but you cannot put only 4, you have to put plus minus 4. See it is clear or not. Okay, here make x as the subject. Okay, now question 33. Same I told you before. Okay, see, the question is square root minus a k square minus a square root. Okay, to remove square root we have to put square. If you are putting square to this number, you have to put square to this number. Okay, so now square root and square is cancel. Okay, now what is left? X square minus a, and here b square. Okay, now we have to make k as a subject. Okay, now we cannot make k square as a subject, we have to make k, right? So here again see, to remove square we have to put what? Square root. Again we are putting square root here. If you are putting square root here, we have to put square root to this number. Okay, now square root cancel with square. Now k is separated. Okay, now the answer is this. Same for 46. Same.